This is the 2015 NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships from Conroe ISD Natatorium here in beautiful Shenandoah, Texas. I am Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference. We will bring you Day 2 coverage of this spectacular event. Day 2 was littered with outstanding performances from NCAC athletes, a day that featured 14 All-American swims, 3 All-American dives, 12 honorable mention All-American swims, 8 All-American relay teams, 1 honorable mention All-American relay squad, 3 individual national championships, and 2 relay national titles. An outstanding day for NCAC student athletes. Without any further ado, let's get to the highlights. The evening, which was littered with NCAC sparkling moments, got off to a big start as Denison took home the 200 free relay. Kenyon also earned All-American honors, finishing 4th with a time of 1:33.14. The Denison University Women's Big Red squad, which earned its 5th all-time 200 free relay title, first since 2011, touched the wall in a time of 1:31.82. I caught up with the relay team after the race. I'll start with you, Rima, senior, hopping in the pool first event of the evening. How important is it to get off to that first start? What's going through your mind when you step to the blocks?
You know, it's extremely important to get the relay off to a really great start, get my teammates pumped up so they can have a great race, and also get our team pumped up because exciting crowd is an exciting race. So,
Carolyn, in a race where everyone's just going a quick 50 down and back, how important are the takeoff and the turns, making sure that timing is perfect? Obviously, in such a tight race like this, I would imagine those little quick seconds make the biggest difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really short race, and the 50 in general is really short, so you don't want to mess anything up. You want to have a fast start off of the person before you and a really fast turn and a great finish.
Ashley, this is the 5th time that Denison has won this event in the program history, first time since 2011. Just talk about what it means to represent Denison, how important it is to get back at the top of the stand for this team.
It's great to be the first team to win since 2011. We have a great sprint program, and it's just awesome to be part of this group of 4 people who get to be that spokesperson for it.
And finally, Mary, you're the last one in the water. A tight race the entire way. For you, when you hit the wall, you come off that last turn, and the crowd's going crazy. You look up and you see Denison's the national champions. What's that feeling like for you?
It's such an awesome feeling. I mean, we've been training together in the same 2 lanes the whole year, and it's great to know that all our hard work has finally paid off. It's such a great feeling.
The women's 200 free relay champions, Denison University Big Red. Again, women, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the race.
Thank you so much.
Like the women, the NCAC showed well in the 200 free relay on the men's side as Kenyon got back to the top of the podium stand for the 13th time in the last 14 years. Kenyon was joined on the podium by Denison, who finished 3rd with a time of 1:20.65, and the DePaul University Tigers, who finished 7th, hitting the wall in a time of 1:21.22. Kenyon, who won the race with a time of 1:20.38, caught up with me after the race. Austin, I'll start with you first in the pool. Last year, this team had its streak of 12 straight broken in the 200 free. You were a part of the last your sophomore year. How important was it for you to start off this evening in the positive note that you did and get back to the top of the stand?
I think it was pretty important. We're now 2 for 2 in our relays, and there's a pretty good chance we'll be 3 for 3 at the end of the night. That'd be really fun.
Joey, when you're standing at the top of the platform getting ready to go in, you know this is going to be a tight race. For you, mentally, what's going through your mind before you dive into the water?
Just want to make sure I get off the block well, get my team in good position to make something happen at the end, and luckily we were able to do it. So,
Ryan, the difference between 1st and 3rd, 4th, 5th is little to none. So knowing that, how important are the turns, are the exchanges, those little key moments that you practice throughout the course of the year? How much does that make a difference in an event like tonight?
I mean, that makes a pretty big difference. I mean, as you could see, it was 3 100 separating 1st and 2nd, and only about 2 tenths down to 3rd place. So practicing those starts actually comes in handy in situations like these.
Wes, you bring energy to this relay team. You're pumped up at the beginning. Obviously, when you win, you've got the energy. You're getting the crowd into it. For you, being the last leg, what is that feeling ultimately when you touch the wall and you realize that you and the rest of your teammates are national champions back at the top again?
It's pretty special. You know, relays are
kind of spoke this last night, but relay is something special for me. You know, it's not just about myself, it's about my teammates, about the Kenyan lords and ladies. And so just be able to get my hand on the wall first there, it's a very special feeling. I love sharing it with these guys.
The men's 200 free relay champions, the Kenyan College Lords tonight. Gentlemen, congratulations and best of luck. Sparks continued to fly in the pool with the 400 IM as Denison senior Michelle Howell, who earned the 200 IM on Wednesday, took home her second national title in as many days, winning with a time of 4:17.88. Howell was joined on the All-American stand by Kenyan junior Mariah Williamson, who finished fourth in a time of 4:22.77. Howell, who dropped 4 seconds from her prelim time and became the first ever Big Red swimmer to win the 400 IM, spoke with me after her outstanding national championship performance. Sweep the IM events, Michelle. You won the 200 last night, the 400 tonight. Just the 11th time that's ever happened in NCAA history, the third in the last 10 years. What were you feeling tonight? Just an incredible race from you. You dug deep and found something in that last half of the race that was pretty special.
You know, I realized before the race started, this is my last 400 IM ever. This is my baby. This has always been my favorite event, and I really wanted to win, so I was in it to win it, and I had a killer instinct that pulled through, so it was really exciting.
Well, you had a strong prelim performance this morning, but then you come back tonight, you dropped over 4 seconds off your prelim time. Just incredible. And as I said, I felt like you got stronger over the course of that second race. Was, as you mentioned, was it just something that you felt like you just were going to give it your all going into the evening? And where did you feel like you gained the most strength throughout the course of the race?
You know, I think I build the race as I go, and I've always sort of been a back half 400 IMer, so I wasn't freaked out from the beginning and knew that I was going to be able to bring it back strong at the end. So,
Michelle Howell, the first ever Denison Big Red swimmer to win this event at the national level. For you, this night it started off great for the Big Red. You win the 2 free relay with your relay team to begin. Really, this whole meet has gone so well. Just talk about how much fun is this group having, and how do you just continue to ride this momentum wave throughout the rest of the weekend?
It is more fun than I ever could have imagined. It's always fun to swim for Denison, but to swim fast and perform well is the most fun I could possibly imagine. I'm having a great time, and so is everybody else.
The women's 400 IM champ at the 2015 NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championship, senior Michelle Howell of the Denison University Big Red. Michelle, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The men's 400 IM was a similar story. The NCAC flooded the final with 5 swimmers in the final 8, including senior Harrison Curley of Kenyan, who set a new NCAA record time with a mark of 3:46.62, his second ever individual national title as a Lord. Curley was joined by Denison sophomore Jack Lindell, who finished third with a time of 3:50.02. Kenyan sophomore Ian Reardon, who took home fourth, hitting the wall in a time of 3:51.64. Trevor Manns of Kenyan, who earned 6th. The sophomore, he touched the wall in a time of 3:53.35. And finally, Arthur Conover of Kenyan, who hit the wall in 3:53.35. Curley talked about his outstanding performance after the race. Harrison, it's a battle in this event. You come into prelims this morning, you tie the NCAA record, but then Alex Anderson, the guy you battle with for the last 2 years, really breaks his own record in prelims. What's going through your mind when you stepped to the blocks tonight? You knew it was going to be a battle, and you stepped to the challenge.
Yeah, it was going to be a hard fight the whole way, and I knew that Hugh was going to be right next to me the entire race, and all I could do was get up there, racing the best that I could. He's an incredible competitor, and this is a race that gets me the most nervous every time. All the way up until the second I hit the water, my nerves are going, I'm shaking and everything. It's an extremely hard race, and so I'm happy to have the competitors that I have, all 3 of the guys in finals and another in the B final, another 17th right out of it that were there to support me every single morning that we had while we were training it, and here tonight as well.
Harrison, in the 4 AM, I would imagine patience is probably fairly important in this race. And for you, we've talked about how important specifically the backstroke is for you. I felt like that's really where you got your momentum, your energy going, and then it was sort of downhill for you the rest of the way. Talk about the patience, that importance, and really your backstroke. You've relied on it so heavily throughout your career.
Yeah. I swam at Florida for 2 years, and I think one of the best pieces of advice that I got from Greg Troy, the head coach there while I swam, was that the first 50 of the 400 IM is the most useless 50 in the entire sport. And so I try to take that to heart, go out nice and smooth in the fly, and then on the backstroke, that's what I got, so I got to push it, and after that it's just panic to the finish, go as fast as I can. My breaststroke isn't that strong, so it's just go through the rest of the way.
3:46.62, a new NCAA record. You break that record that was set this morning in prelims. Talk about holding that NCAA record, and how much fun is this team has having right now? The 2 free relay opens it up for this Lord's team. How do you just continue to build this momentum throughout the rest of the week?
We're just going to come out here and have fun every single session, in between sessions, the entire time we're here. We flew all the way to Texas. We're here to have fun, swim some fast races, and that's all that we want to do. We want to get out here, and winning is a big, fun byproduct of that. Like, why not try and go out there and win everything that we can while we're here, you know?
2015 NCAA Men's 400 IM champion, senior Harrison Curley of the Kenyon College Lords. Harrison, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
In the women's 100 fly, Kenyon senior Hannah Cooper earned All-American honors, finishing 5th with a swim of 55.52, while Denison sophomore Carolyn Kane continued her outstanding meet with a 6th place finish in a time of 55.72. The men's 100 fly continued the NCAC success as DePauw junior Blake Lehman earned All-American honors with a 5th place finish in a time of 48.43. And Kenyon junior Christian Josephson placed 7th with a time of 48.76. The men's 200 free saw Austin Caldwell of Kenyon just miss out on his 3rd straight 200 free title, finishing 2nd with a time of 1:37.38. Caldwell was joined on the All-American podium by Denison junior Joe Brunk, who took home 6th in a time of 1:38.47, and Kenyon's Joey Duronio, who finished 8th with a time of 1:40.08. After the 200 free, the pool turned its attention to the diving well, where Denison put on a spectacular performance. The Big Red went 1, 2, 3 as Max Levy took home 1st place honors with a score of 5:32.85. Levy was followed by senior Connor Dignan in 2nd and junior Ben Lewis in 3rd. Levy joining Dignan and Lewis now as the trio of Big Red divers all have individual national titles. I caught up with Max after his impressive diving performance. Just an incredibly exciting 1-meter competition with Denison, your 2 other teammates, Connor Dignan and Ben Lewis, standing next to you at the top of the podium. Big Red going 1, 2, 3 tonight. What is this feeling like for you to be a national champion and to share it with your teammates there at the top?
Well, it's just an amazing feeling, number one, to go 1, 2, 3. And last year, being 4th place, I'm just amazed that this happened. I'm very excited and so proud of my teammates.
It's a pretty special group, Max. Now, yourself, Connor, and Ben all have individual national championships, which is just a pretty incredible accomplishment. You go up against these guys every day in practice. When it's getting down to the last few dives, I mean, it was intense. You could sort of feel everybody get quiet as you approach the board. Mentally, what's going through your head? Were there any nerves at all?
No nerves really. It was more just I'm going to do my dives. They're going to be the best that I've done. And just my mind went blank before I took the first step.
Max, one of the things that I've really appreciated about your diving team is the support that you get from the swimmers as well. And Connor has told me a number of times in the past that it's a swimming and diving team, and you as the divers take a lot of pride in helping both of this engine, in terms of what you're trying to accomplish. How important is this 1, 2, 3 for this team to really give it a boost going into the rest of the weekend?
I feel like this is going to inspire a lot of the swimmers, both men and women's team, and just sort of be a catalyst for everybody. And this just sort of makes my day happier, and then I know it helps them for the last race of today.
2015 NCAA Men's 1-meter diving champion, sophomore Max Levy of the Denison University Big Red. Max, congratulations on an incredible 1-meter, and best of luck the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
We close day 2 of the 2015 NCAA Championships with the 400 Medley Relay. In the women's race, Kenyon finished 2nd with a time of 3:41.77, and Denison earned All-American honors as well with a time of 3:43.72 and a 4th place finish. In the men's race, Kenyon finished 3rd in a lightning-fast race, breaking the old NCAA record with a time of 3:14.69. Denison also broke into the All-American stand with a 6th-place finish and a time of 3:16.74. Now it's time to take a look at the final standings through Day 2 and see where our NCAC squads stood up as we get ready for Day 3 of competition tomorrow. First, on the men's side, Kenyon remained in first place with a total of 287 points. Denison moved into second with 209 total points. Emory sits in third with 145 points. Williams in fourth with 143 points. It's Claremont Mudd Scripps in fifth with 128 points. MIT sits in sixth, 112.5 points. Johns Hopkins with 90 points is in seventh. The College of New Jersey and Gettysburg are tied in eighth with 79 points apiece. And Wash U sits in 10th with 76 points. The DePaul University Tigers are currently in 12th with 63 total points. On the women's side, Emory continues to lead, now with a score of 323.5 points. Denison sits in second with 252 points. It's Williams in third with 213 points. Kenyon in fourth with 195 points. Johns Hopkins sits in fifth with 141 points. Amherst with 94 points currently sits in sixth. NYU with 76 points clocks in at seventh. MIT with 72 points rests in eighth. Gustavus and Wheaton both tied in ninth with 64 total points. And the DePaul University Tigers now in 18th with 23 total points. That will wrap up our Day 2 coverage of the 2015 NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships. As I've mentioned above, it has been an electric day for NCAC student-athletes. We hope you have continued to enjoy our exclusive coverage from this outstanding event. Be sure to log on to our website, www.northcoast.org, for all the happenings and goings-on of this 2015 championship. Again, I'm Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference. We hope you've enjoyed this production, and be sure to join us tomorrow. Thanks so much, and have a great day.